Hello, my brothers. Marcum Davis here with the Armory. We're building battle ready men for life. And you're here for a reason. There's a plot that's really gone on. Most men have not become aware of it, but there's a subtlety within the home to be a different person than you are at other areas of your life. This is, I call, the split self. You're a lion at work, but you're a lamb at home.
Welcome to the Armory.
And again, as I go through this example, I'll use that as the reference point because I hear it a lot in counseling and coaching is that the guy says, at work, I tear it up, I crush it. But at home, it's just different. And he finds himself being weaker and not leading as he should be. But this could affect different areas of your life. So, first of all, before I dive into this teaching, I want to clarify the difference. One is you find yourself reacting with fear and hesitating in one area of your life when other areas you're just out there, you're bold, you're yourself. And so it's this disconnect. What I'm not talking about is different times are just appropriate to be crazy and outgoing like you would at going to a sports game, and other times you need to be focused if you're in a library doing a project. Okay, but the question is, are either place, are you still being your authentic self, or is there a part of you you're hiding with some kind of fear, a hesitation to rock the boat? So let me get into this. And I've seen this too many times. That's why I wanted to bring it up. At work, guys can be decisive. They have boundaries. They're respected. People listen to them. And at home, they collapse though into people pleasing, avoiding conflicts, putting everyone else's needs above their own, swallowing their own truth just to keep the peace. And the result is you end up with hidden resentments. And can be a sexless or distant marriage. It can be just a slow drain on the soul. But the result is because you're not showing up as the man that you need to be, you're creating a different result in one part of your life than another. This split self, this lion at work, lamb at home, or wherever this other place is, it's really exhausting. But many of us know this scenario well. So let me just paint it as a picture and see if you can relate to this. A young client in his late 20s, and I love the kid because he's on fire. I say kid, he's 29 years old, but he got to be a stockbroker, and he's just balls to wall, tearing it up, and he's sharp, and he's showing education, and he's showing decisiveness. And to make his life perfect, he thought he wanted to find a wife and get married. But he so noticed this pattern we're talking about, this split self. You know, in business, he's decisive, making those hard, fast calls. Boundaries are non-negotiable. But one day, you know, he's finding out at home he's softening because this little wife he got, he doesn't want to rattle her. She doesn't know what to do with her, really. Doesn't know how to lead and doesn't know how to still just be himself. He doesn't want to rock the boat. He doesn't want to cause anything that would disrupt her at all. And there's no shortcut around that. Guys, leading, you're going to disrupt your woman, so get over it. But one day as his inner resentment just started boiling up, he didn't know what to do with this rage, and it just sort of came out in really ugly, passive-aggressive ways. And he realized he's living two different lives, two different personalities. The nice guy at home was just costing him his peace, his harmony in his marriage, and really respect for himself. And this is the wake-up call he really needed. He didn't make the shift easily, but he started bringing that same warrior energy home, setting small boundaries at a time. And maybe, like in the case of one guy I'm coaching now, he decided, I'm getting up at 5 in the morning. It means he had to disrupt getting out of the bed, set a different schedule, something unusual, and she didn't understand it. But I'm need to take care of my body, and so he started doing kettlebells, and it was changing him. And then she noticed it. But at first, it's awkward, it's hard, it's not easy. But you start saying, this is what I'm going to be about. You know, the boat was rocked, and he kept waiting for there to be this harsh backlash. But what he found instead was respect from his wife and a deeper connection, and a marriage where the real man could finally show up. So instead of getting backlash from her, she calmed and softened under his new strength. You know, in Dr. Glover's concept of nice guys, the nice guy has what he calls in his book a covert contract. Covert meaning it's not spoken, but it's an agreement he's in his subconscious has made. And it goes something like this. And not that he says this, but in essence, he's saying, look, if I put you first long enough and keep the peace, then you'll finally see me, appreciate me, and meet all my needs. And of course, these are unspoken agreements, and he never presents himself what he wants, his needs, or leads. And so the contract, of course, fails. It always will. And he's going to feel betrayed and angry. I'm doing all this. Why aren't you doing this? And the anger stays hidden, though, but he blames her, blames life, and rarely looks at this dichotomy of where he's being an authentic person and where he's being inauthentic, not saying what he has in his mind, what he's up to. But the good news is that when you're operating in an integrated man in one part of your life, you can transfer it to other parts of your life. You can bring the strong, direct, boundaried warrior home without apology. So, brothers, the warrior is already at work in the real you. It is the real you. So just stop leaving him at the office door. Your wife doesn't need another nice guy to manage her emotions. That's what her girlfriends are for. She needs the full man, strong, clear, loving, and unapologetic. Well, you were made to live as one integrated man everywhere, where you're just at balance, you're at peace, and you have this confident calm that you just take with you. So let's get into a couple of practical items here. Action item 1 is to do a boundary reclamation, reclaim some boundaries, small. Like I said, this one guy said, I'm getting up at 5 a.m. A great example. What are the ones you need to do to reassert, I need this in my life? Or, we have to stop doing this. This is being harmful to us. Whatever the case may be, and you probably already know what they are, to set those and just say, we need to do this. Let's lead as the man and get that. And the second thing is to self-validate, create a self-validation anchor. In other words, almost a mantra, something you say to yourself. And I want you to do it this way. Think about in your best self, your integrated self, where your genuine masculinity comes out in a beautiful way that you love and you sit in it. It's flow, as we call it in the work environments. You're in flow. Think about 5 characteristics about that man that you genuinely admire. When I'm in flow, I bring this together. I work with these people this way. My thoughts are this way. I'm creative this way. Whatever they are, make those as self-statement declarations and read them out loud in the morning. I'm a confident leader. I have a creative mind. I take people and excite them about projects. I unite. Whatever they are, you list yours. And make those something you reaffirm in yourself on a daily basis. Third action item is having a truth-telling conversation. And by this, what I mean is that there are times we hedge away, and I was guilty of this for years, that instead of having the hard conversation, I would have this phrase I would say in my head over and over again. I'm going to save my battles. I'm just this isn't worth the conflict right now. And instead, you just end up stuffing what you really think in the moment. So you can have those, and the formula typically goes like, I feel X when this happens, and what I really need is this. So it's the X, Y, Z. I feel when X happens, I feel Y, and I need Z to happen this way. So you just keep it short, non-blaming. The goal isn't to fix everything; it's to practice showing up as the full man instead of the nice guy mask. And so there's no mystery about where you come from, what you want, or how you see things going for your family, your life, your relationships. And again, this can transpire anywhere. You may find yourself, all of your areas of your life are integrated, but maybe in your cycling club, you find yourself not participating fully or engaging the way you normally like to. Maybe there's some dominating A-type personalities and they intimidate you. Find ways to just be yourself anyway. Anyway, take an example this week to start closing the split, the gap between your integrated self and the withdrawn nice guy. And then bring those into journaling to really see why it's happening and how you can be the person you are in all of those situations. So speak your truth to yourself, listen, live into the masculine man that's already in you, the warrior in you. Your wife loves it. They love you at work, love you everywhere you go. Bring the same one there. Kill the split. Be the same man wherever you go. Integration isn't about becoming something new. It's about stop performing and showing as somebody else. Just be who you genuinely are everywhere you go. Anyway, I'm proud of you to walk this path with you, and I hope some of these resonate with you. Appreciate you continue to help us grow the Armory. And if you're watching this on YouTube, like the video, please add comments, and we're going to bring this wisdom to more men who need it. Thank you, brothers. Strength and honor.
The Armory, building battle-ready men for life. See you there.